Imagine stepping into a ring where the world already decided you'd lose. Imagine hearing your opponent laugh at you in front of cameras, fans, and millions online, telling everyone this fight would be an easy paycheck. That's exactly what happened to Marcus Lee, a quiet, broke kid from Detroit who found himself standing across from Blake the Bullet Thompson, an undefeated, arrogant champion who made a career out of humiliating his opponents. No one expected Marcus to last around. What happened next? It became one of the most unforgettable nights in boxing history. Marcus Lee didn't grow up dreaming about boxing titles. He grew up just trying to survive. Born to a single mother who worked 2 jobs, Marcus learned early that life wasn't fair. Their small apartment had peeling paint and a leaky roof, but Marcus loved his mom fiercely. She always said, "Baby, you don't need money to walk with pride." When Marcus was 14, his life took a hard turn. His mom was diagnosed with a chronic illness. Suddenly, hospital bills started piling up. Marcus took odd jobs, sweeping floors, bagging groceries, but it was never enough. One day, walking home from work, he passed by a small, run-down boxing gym. He stopped at the sound of the gloves hitting the heavy bag. That's where he met Coach Harris, a grizzled ex-boxer who saw something in Marcus's determined stare. "You ever throw a punch before, kid?" Coach asked. Marcus shook his head. "Good. Means you ain't got bad habits yet. Come in. First lesson's free." And just like that, boxing became Marcus's escape and his purpose. Over the next few years, Marcus transformed. Mornings started at 4 a.m. with road work. Afternoons were spent in the gym. Nights were for studying fight tapes. He wasn't flashy. He wasn't loud. But Marcus was relentless. By 22, Marcus had an amateur record good enough to go pro. But stepping into the professional circuit was a whole new world. And that's where he met his biggest challenge, Blake Thompson. Blake wasn't just a fighter. He was a showman, cocky, ripped, and with a perfect record. He called himself the Bullet because, as he said, "Nobody ever dodges me. They all go down." When Marcus's name was announced as Blake's next opponent, the media laughed. Sports blogs called Marcus a warm-up fight. Blake himself posted a viral video saying, "I'll finish him in under 2 rounds. Easy money." At the pre-fight press conference, Blake pointed at Marcus and mocked, "This guy doesn't even belong. In the same ring with me? He looks like he just walked in off the street." The room roared with laughter. Marcus just sat there quietly, his hands folded. When asked for a response, Marcus simply said, "I'm not here to talk. I'm here to fight." That calm confidence went viral. People started calling him Silent Storm. Coach Harris knew this fight was Marcus's shot, not just at money, but at respect. "They're counting you out before the first bell even rings," Coach said. "So when that bell rings, you make them eat their words." Marcus doubled his training. Morning runs, 6 miles every day, rain or shine. Sparring, taking punches from heavier fighters to build toughness. Mental conditioning, visualization exercises, seeing himself in the ring, hearing the boos, feeling the sweat, staying calm. But it wasn't easy. There were nights Marcus collapsed on the gym floor, exhausted, questioning if he could really win. "Why am I doing this, Coach?" Marcus asked one night, his knuckles bleeding. Coach Harris crouched down, looked him dead in the eye. "Because, Marcus, life's been hitting you your whole life. This is your chance to hit back." Fight night came. The arena was electric. Thousands packed the seats. Cameras flashed. Commentators whispered that Marcus was about to become another knockout highlight for Blake. When Marcus walked to the ring, boos echoed through the stadium. Blake strutted out moments later, dancing, smiling, taunting Marcus from across the ring. Round 1 started, and Blake came out swinging. Punch after punch landed. Marcus's head snapped back. The crowd went wild. "Looks like it's gonna be an early night, folks," the commentator shouted. Marcus stayed standing, but by the end of round 2 he was bleeding from his lip. Back in his corner, Coach Harris grabbed his face. "Marcus, look at me. You're not here to survive. You're here to win. Start fighting your fight." Round 3 started, and something changed. Marcus stopped backing up. He started slipping punches. He landed a crisp jab, then another, then a body shot that made Blake grunt. The crowd gasped. Blake's smile faded. "Okay," he sneered. "You want to fight? Let's fight." But Marcus was just getting started. Round 4, Marcus dominated the inside game. Round 5, he rocked Blake with a counter left hook. By round 7, the crowd was no longer booing. They were cheering. "Ladies and gentlemen," the commentator yelled, "this is no longer a warm-up fight. Marcus Lee is here to win." Round 8. Both fighters were tired. Sweat poured down their faces. Blake swung a wild right hand, and Marcus slipped it. Then it happened. Marcus unleashed a perfect combination. Left jab, right cross, left hook. Blake stumbled back, eyes wide. Then Marcus landed an uppercut that sent Blake crashing to the canvas. The arena erupted. "Down goes the bullet," the commentator screamed. The referee counted. 1, 2, 3. Blake didn't get up. 10. It's over. Marcus dropped to his knees. Tears welled in his eyes. He had done it. The poor kid from Detroit had just knocked out the undefeated champion. After the fight, reporters swarmed Marcus. "Marcus, how did you do it? What was going? Through your head?" Marcus smiled softly and said, "They laughed at me. They called me nothing. Tonight I showed them that nothing can become something." Blake approached Marcus in the locker room later. Bruised and humbled, he extended his hand. "You earned this," Blake said quietly. "You're the real deal." Marcus shook his hand. "Thank you," he replied, "but this isn't just my win. This is for every kid who was told they weren't good enough." Marcus's victory wasn't just about boxing. It was about life. It was proof that the quiet, underestimated fighter can rise from the bottom and shock the world. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Blake deserved a rematch? Or was Marcus's knockout enough to close this chapter? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. Smash that like button if this fight inspired you to keep fighting for your own dreams. Share this video with someone who needs motivation right now. And don't click away just yet, because the story you need to hear next is on your screen. Beggar found a baby boy in trash. 5 years later, the truth shocked everyone. Tap it and watch what happens when love, not blood, decides a boy's future.